I'm gonna have beer on it, you have the tree. See? So you know I'm gonna just say, alright, give me the mango and cut down the tree. And if we see with no other part of the tree, it wrong. No. Love the plant. Love herb. You get what I'm gonna say? Them come in medicine and marijuana for single out parts and aspects of the plant that them want to use. And that is all of that have economical origins. Which means a man knows say this part of the plant can make money from me. The rest of it can't make money from me, so the rest of it bad. No. All of the plant good, brethren. All down to the root.
Yeah. All hail the International Grand Rising Show. Monday to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. News, music, live interviews, covering the global issues of the Maroons. Promotional packages available now. Freshradiovybz, broadcasting locally and internationally. Your number one online radio station. Streaming on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Google, YouTube. Listen radio at its best. Call and join us now at 260-209-8730. And rise. Freshradiovybz, the official radio station for the Maroon Nation. Drop us an email at gadites@gmail.com. That's GADIETAC@gmail.com. The International Grand Rising Show. We shall avail. We shall avail. We shall.
This is a public announcement. A tree without its roots shall die, and a nation without its identity can never prosper. The Nyankipong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories, partners of the UN ILO Indigenous and Tribal People Convention Law, have your identification card. Get it now. Your nationality as a Maroon sovereign person give you the protection of the laws of the rights that you deserve. Application forms are available now. In the USA, contact Representative Russ Gadites at GADIETHZ Gadites@gmail.com or call them at 1260-209-8730. Contact the Jamaican head office at 1-876-605-7987 or 1-876-773-4594. Visit our website at nyankipongmaroonsovereignstate.org. Call, sign up now. United we stand with the Nyankipong Maroon Sovereign State. This is powered by Freshradiovybz and the Nyankipong Sovereign State. Now the dream has become a reality.
Sabolayo Murena buluka si chabasa Yesu Ufedi sedi ntwali matwenye Usibuluke Sibuluke si chabasa Yesu si chabasa South Africa Vandi écraser un portrait, sans accord to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and fight for freedom in South Africa.
They have not the resources to develop nor the intelligence. The French have more territory than they can develop. They're certain parts of Africa and they cannot live us all. So it is for you to come together and give us a United States of Africa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are not going to be a race without a country. God never intended it, and we are not going to use God's confidence in us as men. We are men, human beings, capable of the same act as any other race. Possessing on the first circumstances the same intelligence as any other race. Now Africa's been sleeping, not dead, only sleeping. Today Africa's walking around not only on her feet, but on her brains. You can enslave as was done for 300 years the bodies of men. You can shackle the hands of men. You can shackle the feet of men. You can imprison the bodies of men. But you cannot shackle or imprison the minds of men. Lie down, black men, and dig. Reach up, black men and women, and pour all nature's knowledge to you. Turn ye around and make a conquest of everything north and south, east and west. And then when you have wrought well, you will have merited God's blessing. You will have become God's chosen people, and naturally you will become leaders of the world. And as you bow down to the white man today, so a lot of races bow down to you and call you a race of masters because of the superiority of your mind and your achievements. Because no race has the last word on culture and civilization. They do not know what we are capable of. They do not know what we are thinking. They're thinking in terms of dreadnoughts, bubble ships, aeroplanes, submarines. You know what we're thinking about? That is our own private business. So give us credit for being able to use our minds. And with people becoming conscious of themselves, determined to use their minds, you do not know to what extent they can go. Liberate the minds of men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. We love the white race, not for social fellowship, but for the common brotherhood of God intended we should live. What satisfaction can anyone get in being happy and see his brother wallowing in filth, dirt, and disease? How can you be happy living in luxury and your brother's living in disease? And then when you try to help the one out of the disease, the subtle culprit talks about disloyalty. Black men of Carthage, black men of Ethiopia, of Timbuktu, Alexandria gave the light of civilization to this world. Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto God, and princes shall come out of Egypt. The classes, nations, races have been quite over 4 centuries. Who has merely borne abuse, insult, humiliation, whose forbearance can only be compared to the prophet Job, has likewise lifted his bowed head and raised it up to God's eyes and titled, I am a man, and demand a man's chance and a man's treatment in this world. That I shall teach the black man, I shall teach the black man to see beauty in his own kind and stop bleaching his skin and otherwise looking like what he's not. Back in the days of slavery, race picked up his miscegenation because the African...
Yes, unity is the foundation of survival. Togetherness is what we stand for, you know. How good and pleasant it is for our brothers and sisters to be able to get a unity, you know. For it's like the oil that run down the beard of Kieran, and even under the skirts of his garment. Educated for war, strive for peace. Where there's love, there'll be peace. Where there's love, now there is peace. So that righteousness increase. Where there's hate, now there is war. We're not gonna make it. We learn from the past, and we too blind to see.
Watch the levels, watch the levels.
We fight for peace and to keep it more war.
Yes,
We're
I.
not gonna take it.
Camera, up.
Music is my weapon.
Yes.
And music is my life. If it wasn't for Jah, where would I be? I would not be alive.
Right.
Wicked them sick
Oh, my soul.
but they'll never take control.
Never. They'll never take control.
Love keep me strong and
Yes.
so long we've been in darkness.
Yeah.
So why are we afraid of the light? Is it hate that you love or love that you seek? Or are you trying to live upright?
Are you trying to live upright? Nana Shango. Yes, yes. So we sing again. Where there's love. The sounds of Ross Copper right here. Big up my Bahamian. The massive over there. We're moving. Yes, yes. Nana Palet Wagwan. And we're not gonna. Love and share. Big up Sizzla Kalangina. Yes. Yo, my virgin, big up yourself, big up in New York City, yeah. Blazing it. So we sing again. It's the Grand Rising show. Grand Rising, everybody. We're back on our YouTube channel. Let me just big up all our massive that's been searching for us. Love and subscribe. We need to get the energy, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now that everybody is awakened, the entire earth have been shaken. A lot of things been talked. We're gonna get onto the headlines in a bit. The Atlantis Islands. Big up to Bahamas. Yeah, the spaceship is on the runway. Oh, okay. Just sipping on some bush tea right here. Come again. Let righteousness increase. Today is the big skia day also. The man himself, Prince Buster, he's gonna be busting it up right here. Freshradiovybz. Yes. Righteousness. We're not gonna make it. Tell you that the spaceship is being powered by my brothers and sisters over there in the Corporation of Bahamas. We're gonna be tearing down some of the walls today.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.
For that link up last night still, but I saw the link up for real.
And then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
And they from Akampong, behind me that in Jamaica Bay, that's where he is, Akampong in Jamaica Bay, that's directly linked to
controls without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there.
I do you all want to tell about that main thing. He feel the same way. So I said that you let you know. He feel the same way about that. I see that the same spirit still why for that. I see that's what he take me up this morning, tell me love the link and everything, and he gonna be a regular on the iWide now. So you all and build up that link. Y'all just build your born now. They can't be build our born over there. And you come good brother, they just build your born.
Love my brother Russ Copper. Warrior. The militant warrior. Yes, I. Rise, the Grand Rising Show. The Grand Rising Show. Bada bang 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 bang. Blasting board. Mister, you must get a beating. Mister, you must get up. Gotta say morning grand rising to the beautiful Paulette Denson. Gotta say grand rising to you. What's up, lady? We're gonna talk today. Need to hear about the Louise Bennett Coverley situation this morning. Yeah. Yes.
Them can't stop the powers from shining. When this is the world, from an ancient time, we come to give sight to the blind. What about Mr. Greedy and the evil talk? He can't take away what's mine. The rest is not for the swift, not the big, not the strong, but only the future survive. We do it for the love, not for the like, and so I try, we I try it.
Oh, greedy dog, mountain boon. Taking to take another man's food. Yes, 27 minutes after the hour. This is yours truly, High Priest Ruts Godites for the Nyan Kaponga. We're global right now. Bye. Yes, I. All the offices, we understand that you were missing, and we're gonna take time out this morning to this grand rising to, select each and every one and get you in the right perspective. As we say, the office of Paulette Denson, her maroon office is in full activation right now. Jatroy. Yeah, Jatroy office is up and going. You're hearing Russ Copper. He's keeping it real. Right here, his office is open. Yes, we know that. Christine Reynolds, the daughter to the great Capo, the spiritual revivalist. That office is fully open, fully activated right now. Of course, bigger in New York City. We're gonna do it big time in the morning in this here show. I said the blasting boon. They say you must get a beating, but bye. Must get a beating. I'm gonna see if my line is blowing up. Who the heck could be on my line so early? We have people all over the world punching. Oh, the educators out of the UK. The man called Billy Dean. Yes, he is definitely holding it strong. Got over 4,000 people registered on his network. And he deals with the monetary part of it. We're going to be touching all sort of things today. What's the headline look like? What's the headline? Must get a beating. As we wind, it's down to that time. My gosh, another day. It is here inside the workspace of Freshradiovybz, and as you know, we try to make it all interactive and conversation-wise, so you don't have to worry about us, stepping on your toes. We see where the professional part of media. Yes, the professional part of media has become a bit emotional. You have people on the outside that will take the work that we're doing quite serious, and we love that. We love when you take it serious, but you have to know that this is also a job that we're doing for the people, and we report the news as the people see it, not as how you may want to get it. As how it is. We want to have the international and local news run up in a bit. We're going to touch all over the corporations. There are 54 corporations that the British Empire has, they have run. And of course, you have other empires out there. The Maroon is one of these sovereign entity that we're asking the crown to relinquish its power from. We go over to the Corporation of Jamaica. Jamaica hosts a roadshow campaign for travel Advisory in the Corporation of the USA. And as you know, that means that the tourism sector is up. Talking about tourism sector, let me say we may touch base with Matthew. Yes, Matthew, of course, been sabotaged under the tourism sector of the hotel industry. Rwandan president to pay historic visit to Belize. We've been seeing quite a lot of interaction there from the Rwandan president. He's been going all over, and we don't quite know what sort of seeds he is being inserting in the governments that he's been interacting with. Police probe death of Guyana Defense Force soldier. We have to look deep into that right there. 12-year-old Jamaican burn victims need US $40,000 for air ambulance trip to America. There we see it again, where the insurance, the Corporation of Jamaica, have to foot that bill because each one of our people are registered under the birth certificate as millionaires. But we're not going to stress on that too long. We're going to keep it moving. Jamaica Tourist Board, as we told you, they're on a host roadshow campaign for travel advisory, and we go over harbor master vessel leave Grenada. What was that about? I didn't get the scoop of that right there. Grace Jamaica Jerk Festival launches 20th anniversary with 20-hour sale. A 20-hour sale right here. We got to see that markup. Tell somebody at Grace to call me right now, 260-209-8730, and let us put a spin on it. Endangered Florida panther struck and killed by vehicle. Wildlife is in turmoil right there. Former defense attorney gets 6 years for bribery scheme. And over Stacey McKenzie, the Walk Camp Jamaica Positive Impact Inner City Girls. She is doing a talk about that. And of course, St. Lucia government reviewing grooming in school amidst legal threat. And we see that going all over the Caribbean, where the schools are, pulling up on dress code, even hair code. And my question is, every year you get a new car, right? Every year you get a new car, you paint your house. Stop the rhythm for a minute. You do all sorts of things, but schools are not upgraded. Children are not upgraded. They're taught in this captivated position. It's something that we need to look on, and we may have to shed some light over there. Thanks to the lighting officials who are doing it. We ain't got this big team like some people, but we do have a team, and it's called the Nyankipong Sovereign Maroon Global Tribal Nation Territories. If you don't know it, get to know it. Google Dougal honors Miss Lou on her 103rd birthday, and we take this time to say, big up to Miss Lou on her Earth Day. And it was just a beautiful thing. We want you to love and share. We want you to log on. We want you to get with it so we can give you some of the insight. Our phone lines, as I said before, is gonna be blowing up in a bit, but in the meantime, between time, we just want to say big up to Nyamin's Restaurant. You heard me right, Nyamin's Restaurant, for doing that big sponsorship of this Grand Rising show. We're looking sponsorship, by the way. Our cash app is $Godite. So if you want to, cash up us a package, we have packages low as, a sponsor package where it goes up from 20 up, and you get your mentions and everything and get it on. Now, as we said, Louise Beverly Coverly, she has really made an impact when it comes on to, let me hear what's happening.
Turning up everywhere, spinning in here and not settling. No, call me right now. Make me go walk her and put her for sleep, and then me come back, me call.
Okay. That is the phone call right there. What's brooking in your neck of the woods? We got 4 minutes before the phone line come up, and as you hear, Miss Louise Bennett Coverly, she has been honored. Yes, she's been honored. And she has gotten some flowers yesterday. We have her picture up, and I hope that I could speak with her son, because we the Maroon are powerful, man. We have so much legacy where we don't have to worry about a lot of things. We could take our time and get into it. But of course, Louise Bennett, the honorable Louise Bennett, let me give you a bit of knowledge that we posted yesterday, and it was amazing how people reacted to it, because we know that she gives you so much boom song rhymes and so forth, and it was not hard to find people to relate to the Honorable Louise Bennett. Now, as I said, we put it forth where she is well respected, and she has done so much. People are calling her a revolutionary, but Nana, the Honorable Louise Bennett Cloverly, as she's publicly known, a revolutionary, a Jamaican poet, a maroon poet, folklorist, a comedian, and one of our very first social commentator, who she destigmatized the use of the maroon language, the patois. It was so crucial, and we just want her to know that we love her. We love the lady called Louise Bennett Cloverly. And as long as we are around, we will continue to respect our ancestors who have made it for us, and who has, made a cornerstone for us to be here today when it comes on to the art, the craft, the language. It is such a beautiful thing when we can remember our ancestors. And Louise Bennett, I can remember her with Ronnie, and they would give us great times to keep us afloat when our parents were facing a lot of uphill distraction. We had so much people on the outside that would not see our dreams, but she gave it to us. Our phone lines are going to be open in a bit. I see where we're getting a lot of calls and all of that. But by the way, Prince Buster also is doing it big today. Prince Buster, of course, big up to Danny over there in California. We're going to be touching base with Danny to see if he's up and going. But we know that Prince Buster is getting his full reward today, and we will be making some move in that essence. So our tribute to Prince Buster goes something like this.
Pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Them say the cat got a 9 life, but this man got 99 life. Cause them pick him up, them lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Them wild, one pot of chocolate tea, and all the fried fish they caught in the sea. They also got 6 quart of rum,
saying that they waiting for the 99 to come.
The last time I heard them say, that this man was dead.
What, him dead? Him dead? Check him heartbeat for me.
Them black eyes and them lit all.
My God, walk Anu, walk ala. Christine, big up your soul.
Now procession leads to the cemetery.
Going to the cemetery.
The man alone.
Don't you bury me.
You pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back.
What a hard man for dead.
One pot of chocolate tea and all the fried fish they caught in the sea.
All the fried fish.
They also got 6 quarts of rum.
Mighty God, 6 quarts of rum. But yes, last time I heard them say
that this man was
Hurricane
dead.
Irma couldn't do me. You mad?
Them bite them black eyes and them late.
What them do? What them do?
Up on his head.
No boy, me not know that I dead right now.
You should see them going to the cemetery. The whole man holler out,
don't you bury me.
Then drop the box and run. What a whole lot of fun.
What a hard man for dead.
Him up, you lick him down,
He bounce right back. What a hard man for dead.
Pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. I am a hard man for dead.
Celebrating the life of the great Prince Buster. Prince Buster. We're gonna give you a bit of story on it right here.
Now my court is in session. Will you please stand? First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Judge 100 Years. Some people call me Judge Dread. Now I am from Ethiopia. Try all you rude boys for shooting black people. In my court, only beat top, as I'm Bex, and I am the rude boy today. Who got this? Yes, sir. Rude boy Adolphus James. Yes, sir. Rude boy Emmanuel Zachariah Zaki Palm.
Yes, sir.
George Robin Flea, present. I see here you have been charged with 10 shooting intent.
The Scalam and Scare rating. Prince Buster Scare him tribute.
I don't care what they say, take
Scare commemoration of Prince Buster, the Maroon Pride, the ambassador, the pioneer, the icon, the legend, the Scare originator.
And I heard that you was
the first real superstar for the Maroons, you know.
Rude boys don't care.
Rude boy don't care.
Well, this is King Street, and my name is Judge Dredd, and I don't care. Now take 400 years. Hush up, what they trying to shoot me too?
No, Your Honor, but I didn't shoot him.
Well, quiet. 400 more years for you. George, grab and free.
Yes, sir.
Stop your crying. Rude boys don't cry, that's what I hear.
I didn't do you know, sir. I don't give you
I don't care. Hush up. This is my court. You're in charge for robbing school children. Corporate aggravation.
Wow. Yeah, bring us over there. I want some blessings to each and everyone who love and sharing. Subscribe to the YouTube video, because it is crucial that we stay afloat and wise in this Gideon. Yeah, we have to stay wise in this Gideon. Yeah, that is Prince Buster, and yeah, he's big today. You know, it's big with us, but Prince Buster, as you say, Marcus Garvey told us that we have to get our spectacles on in these crucial times because a lot of noise is in the market, and if you study the noise that's in the market, you will not get your correct change. Grand rising to each and every one. Identify yourself when you come on the platform. I'm asking you because we need real, authentic people. Now we have a lot of things on the schedule. We're recognizing Hurricane Irma and Maria. For those who have gone through it, we know that the British Virgin Islands, St. Vincent, Bahamas, most of the Caribbean islands, they felt the wrath of that their hurricane. It's still not been registered. That hurricane has still not been registered, and we're hoping that with the likes of Richard Branson, who also went through that catastrophe, we can have a registration on the Richter scale. We're also looking at Nyankopong, where a tape came out first night. I personally don't want to dig in it, but the Emperor Louis LB has asked us to give it a keen listen. And this morning on the Grand Rising Show, we are the Coromantee Warriors are looking through it. We've recognized that Richard Curry has sent his emissaries out again, not to make peace, but to dig more into the sewage of that department. We also going to reminisce on the likes of Martin O'Planner, and I want to say that Martin O'Planner is the orchestrator when it comes on to the loving of Rastafari, the respecting of Rastafari, and the lifestyle acceptance of Rastafari. You know, my covenant could not be here with me a couple of years ago. I remember the first time I went to the Cayman Islands, and I dreamt of showing my true self as a Rasta, and the government put a block on it. We had to bring over the likes of Maxi Priest to cool the water down. Talking about Maxi Priest, up to Rexton Garden, Shabba Ranks is saying that please, anyone that's out there that is using, can you stop the rhythm for me? Shabba Ranks have sent out a warning, and he said, Rasgadites, I want you to play this for me because there's a bunch of unscrupulous elements out there who are using my good credential that I, Rexton Garden, you heard me right, I, Rexton Shabba Ranks Garden, have used to earn his living over the period of a good time. I can't even lay my hands on it yet, and he's upset about it. He wants people to cease and desist from using his false page out there. Talking about false page, the phone lines are open. We're about to go airborne. As you heard, we've been touching on several points. We've reached out to Bahamas, and they said, listen, me man, we're ready for this. There's a big thing going on where it's heading over to Ghana, and it's going to be big time. Oh, good studio now. Wow, let me see what I go on. Anthony Cruz. What's
the cycle keep happening over and over? Sometimes I wonder how done some man can really be. And I just one life a man have. You say that you are God, man. You don't take people life. You're gonna meet your own demise.
This was just sent to our office a while ago. Anthony Cruz. He's in the studio right now.
Cause you're not here.
Brand spanking
you say
new.
You're ignorant and you're wrong.
Godites, let's go.
I tell people you are one man, and you not take no talk. Just a memory. Soon you will be a painting on the wall. Yeah. You see the money that you used to buy the gun, to shoot your brother down, go beyond to you, yeah. Life is a cycle, so careful brother how you play your part. Every wicked shall get its reward.
Could you possibly rewind?
This is crazy right here. This is crazy. Welcome to the International Grand Rising Show. This is how it goes. The phone line, it just rings off the shizzle. You heard it. Anthony Cruz. He says in the studio right now. Wagwan Lionheart, Anthony Cruz. Wagalang.
Where are you, man?
My lad, you know, say you come to New York and not even come in the studio, come link with John. Me I wonder, Anthony, me feel like you move like Dennis Brown from where you know, man.
Yeah, man, I move like Dennis Brown and right move that to them with their prince of reggae, so you can just crown me right away.
Well, you see you got
sometimes some of the move them, sometimes I just some personal family move, you know, not to do with music, so sometimes I have to just go through and cut fast and come back and, you know.
Yeah, but me see you still. Yeah, but me see you still take some time and touch the music, put in a little touring. You never do no show while you're rolling the last time.
No, it was just some studio work, some recording and things. I remember an album I come out so named Under the Covers. It was pure cover song. Mad thing.
Yeah, last time I see a bunch of cover version. I went Sanchez in Teka and Brown Eye Girl album and it tear up the world. You know, we need but them lovers right there, Anthony. Me love yeah, maintain it. But it has been a while from COVID where I try to reach to you because you have one of the biggest COVID song out there where Jano, Anthony Angle sitting bad when everybody stop work, my lad. Every day my phone I go ping, ping, ping. Anthony Cruz, new Anthony Cruz, new Anthony Cruz. My lad,
let me show you something. You see, you have different type of music for different issues and problems that's going on in the world, you know. So to them, we'll probably send out a song where I remind them and them say, yo, love on woman. I respect the woman, and we'll send out tomorrow about the dirty gunman who kill all the people in Jamaica. So you need different music for different what you call it now?
Situation.
Topics and issues and situations.
Yeah.
And remember, some 90% of the man them do consciousness, Dennis Brown, Greg, all of them are dead and gone, you know.
Yes, sir.
And there's a very few entertainers that's putting out these type of music. So me, I have put my heart and I have sent out them. I can't have them have them song the record with message. I have them on my phone. I have them on my laptop. I have send them out into the world. It might, I make it drop or if it drop or reach where it reach because the message need to reach. Man, that's why I go into the world and a Jamaican and everything, my lad. And it's like music is not a joke thing, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know how long me already about earth, so I have to make sure I put out the right thing now.
Yes,
that means when me gone, the message still there.
Well, you're right. Me like how you're right. You compose your song them. You write them in a realistic form, cause
there's no other form. There's no other form to write music in realistic form. But you have to keep it real, and that is why. You see, every time you drop a song,
yes, sir.
Every time you drop a song, you connect because when I write somewhere, go on, or illusion thing, like how you say, everybody live this big illusion, TikTok life and Instagram life. It's an illusion. It's not real.
Yes.
You understand? So me have to keep it real and represent. I make my uncle God and say proud. I said loud.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, man.
As me say, the Corona song where you put out was a national.
Yeah.
It is, and it's going to be it is forever a national anthem on Freshradiovybz. Yeah, so where you know when other artists was shunning the people, you know, Anthony Cruz go out there and you comfort the people, them, my lad. More you give the listeners them just a little piece of the tune. Cause the tune, my lad, it have whole heap of meaning to my listeners. Whole heap of people to comfort.
I wish for that talk. I don't want to say
hold on,
man.
Anthony Cruz, this several song in make out. Make up find the song in the meantime, but you never get personally touched by this Corona by losing a family or what? Cause you put the songs together.
Man.
Talk to me, my lad. Talk to me, cause
you know, sir. All right, me have two brethren.
Yes, sir.
Where we, I'm at a big man brethren. Them have them money and them have them business and them retire and all them do is just enjoy life and rare. And we did it one day I talk about the Corona thing and you know where I say, yo, make sure the elder them don't take this vaccine thing, you know.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So we did it. You know, some man said every man have them own choice. I mean, I tell you, two of the man them were dead. We said them we say them are gonna take the vaccine. Then was the next day the man them take it and dead.
Yes, sir. Yes, I. A whole heap.
Yeah, man.
A whole heap of people get
So you have to understand, say, it's a real thing I go on the earth, you know, my brother. Nobody not come for a long time. Everybody come and go, because I just so life said. But while you're here, you have to find your purpose in life and do the right thing. Do what is right. Do what can help the next generation, because that one you're gone, you know. That generation you're totally gone.
Gone. When you say gone,
family, I this is one of the worst. Me ever see some things. I see some things where I want them to real master. God no.
Anthony, you touch some crucial thing. Cause you said this generation gone. And I know you have youth, you know, King. I know you have nephew. I know you have niece. And I know you
have son, you have daughter.
Sure,
you understand?
So
you understand? And me, and you know, so I lose my daughter by a bullet. Not even one.
Yes, I.
More than one. You understand? So
yes,
when you have a thing who feels it knows it. You understand what I say? So when you understand the importance of not putting out a song instigating violence and tell man what only thing I put in at them, kind of different thing. It's a wicked at you. Hey, you see some of the artists them. Wicked at the politician, remember me tell you that.
But you know,
because you are instilling so many violence and wickedness in the youth them through your music. But you didn't know agree me, my brother.
Yo, no. So are the truthfulness, yeah. Make you name are the truthfulness you make you connect with the people, Anthony.
My brother, some of the artists them, I mean I talk from big right up to where you see a go on. I mean have to call on them.
Yes, sir.
Some of them artists they're wickeder than the gun where fire. They're wickeder than the gun where fire, because everything where you talk about what you gonna do, the little you them follow you.
Yes, sir.
Them follow you, them listen to you.
Yes, sir.
Because you get a break and this is what you want to bring to the table. And the entertainer, if you have a school, you see, before you become an entertainer, you have a school where you go learn and understand what the word influence means. Because some of the entertainers, them not tell them like them dunce, and them don't understand what the word influence means. They come for an interview and them say the music not influence people. So if your music don't influence people, why are you doing it?
Foolishness.
If your music don't influence people, why do you do the music?
Yes, sir.
So you have to be educated. The man have done so till them.
So you're talking about a fraternity that you're also employed to, and you're performing alongside. You're performing.
Big entertainer too.
But let's bring it to reality. I see where the Corporation of Jamaica now has taken Rodney Price and trying to make Rodney Price into a household name, and we love Bounty Killer, but how Bounty Killer reached the pinnacle, it was not the best endeavor, because just like how he put out book, him say scholar got bore and people dead and these things. And we see yes, my lord.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Any entertainer, I mean, no matter who you be, because a man is just a man, God and tell you that. Any man, when need your gun son or instill it in the youth, the man create this gun culture. Them have a pay for PSA youth. Them have a pay for PSA youth. I'm telling the truth, you know. Them have a pay for it, you know.
So what about
fall upon them, but them have children. Them have children. Them have children. So they might not fall upon them until they war beyond to them picking it. Yeah, man. What
about as much as I want to blame some of the artists, and I blame them for the words of them echo.
You have to blame them, then them.
What about Anthony? Look at an artist like you now. You have put out tremendous good song, but yet still we don't see some of the corporation them alleviate some of your financial stress where you have to go studio, take care of your youth, you have to buy clothes.
Jack cover my Jack cover everything for me.
Yes, sir.
Me can bless you, you know. Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
You see, when you pick up righteousness, Bob Marley tell you, anytime you pick up righteousness and Rasta thing, you are automatically an enemy of the world, because Rasta and righteousness speak up for the people, and reggae music stand and educate and teach people in my life. Anytime you pick up that, it's like the world against you, But guess what? Somebody have to do it. Somebody have to speak the truth. Somebody have to teach the youths. Somebody have to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's important.
So my financial and my financial, everything cover. Just cover everything for me. Me have everything where artists want right now. Even bigger artists than me in the world. Me have everything what me need. And righteousness give it to me.
All of them, my brother.
You understand what I say?
You see?
So me don't worry about me. You see, people don't understand.
Yes,
that life is a game and music is a game, and you play around and you this and you put on an image to trick people, and you do and you buy your Instagram 1 million views, and this is not a game. Music is not a game, it's a play thing, and people take it for play thing.
Yes, sir.
And that is why you have so much. But let me tell you something. You see, you might not know this and you might know this. You see, the music industry is driven by devils.
Yes, sir.
And devil run the music industry. And what they do, they look for entertainers who are doing the gun music and the slap music and try them in and give them a lot of money. For you see one entertainer to mislead you fellow people them. A lot of people don't understand say that go on, my brother.
Yes, sir.
So them artists when you see are come and get the big deal them, it's there for you. It's there for you. Because you're gonna have to tattoo up yourself, you're gonna have to sing those gun songs, and you're gonna have to keep misleading the generation that's come. They're not gonna pick me. Because me don't pass.
Anthony, stick up in right there. So people were talking to international recording artists, international maroon recording artists. Anthony Cruz. Anthony Cruz is not a stranger to this. The last time the reggae music was shaken, it was shaken by Garnet Silk. He comes through the said bloodline of Garnet Silk. I know that his song is there. A lot of DJ may refuse to really even entertain some of the airtime, but these are the artists, people, where and not even these are the artists, not entertainers, because entertainers are clowns.
Can I say something to you?
Yes,
my lord. Say something to you?
Yes, my lord.
You see, what you just said? Yeah. Some DJs will never play certain songs. You know why?
Yes, sir.
You see, the work of the Almighty, the devil can't touch it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something in the music. Let me teach you something about the music. Yes, you see, that you make a song, me not expect everybody to embrace it, you know. Because if me I put out a song where the Almighty inspire me to make, and you're the goddamn devil, you can't touch it. You can't play it. You cannot play it.
Yes, sir.
And you do not need everybody to play music, you know. You just need the right set of people to play music.
I righteousness we are ruled from, Mr. Righteousness exalted a nation. And that are the only salvation we have right now, righteousness. Before we say nothing else, Anthony, come here to ask you seriously about this crime thing where a kick-off in a even maroon establishment right now, and also we have to find out your perspective as to how we deal with Nyanka Pong, the place called Jamaica. People, this song is called, Corona, one of the biggest tune is on Freshradiovybz every single day.
Anthony Cruz.
It get airplay. Big tune. And the same slave master picked them. Bullet.
That's why Rasta no want no friend from Babylon. Get up every day with them wicked evil plan. Coronavirus is another devil scam.
International Grand Rising Show.
Them new world out of them are trying to implement. While you go spend your last dollars and your cent. Corona can't turn on you so long. But we come fit burn down Babylon. Coronavirus on the lane. Killing the people and they just don't give a damn. Dirty Babylon, she get no desk and come again.
I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us.
Come back one more time and try wipe out black people off the land. Lordy Lord, that's why Rasta no want no friend from Babylon. Get up every day with them wicked evil plan.
Yeah, man, them try trick we and tell us, say, yo, go get inoculated. And we tell them, so we not get inoculated. When most of the entertainers them sit down and lock them mouth, Anthony Cool said, no. Me I go stand up with the people and me I go tell them what go on. Him dep on the radio. Listen this.
Coronavirus on the lane. Killing the people and they just don't give a damn. The virus on the lane.
Yes, sir.
Babylon with another scam. Coronavirus on the lane.
As we said before the break, Anthony, we now break spandem, because as me say, when a lot of artists...
You can't break spandem, you know, the whole of the artists, the whole of the artists that we do not deal with righteousness, pass and gone, brother. And very few entertainers can put music together with.
Yes, sir.
The real thing, the righteousness and the reality, it's not a hype for me.
No.
It's a job and a spot where we have to fill in order to get the youth them to listen.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Yeah, yes. Because, my brother, what is going on in Jamaica is, when I tell the boy, I tell us the man them cold like ice and wicked and evil, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling the truth, man.
Yes.
You understand? The man keep picking it, the man keep baby, the man keep woman. Jaja, wicked, man.
Man, them over a period of 60 years, our brothers and sisters have been led to love carelessness more than virtuous morals and
from the beginning of time, man, instill that in a people.
Yeah, we know that. But over the last 60 years, it has become more draconian, where the so-called leaders who are selected to lead our people, they become the biggest robbers and pirates. So the little youth, them don't have no example. And it brings me to the question that Corona has opened your eyes, and it has opened your eyes to see that a lot of people who was walking around with a fake chain and a one borrowed car or a two rent house, they were actually poorer than all you think. Because with even the music industry, we see where up to now we don't have a collective movement for the artistic contribution that man like yourself is doing. We see where everybody get a stipend, and artists who bring tourists to the island were told that you might get a thing, and if me like you might. Did you get any of that COVID money that was allocated for the artist industry?
That one big sham, man. One time a year something, but them keep doing this. Let me tell you something. So when you understand certain things, my brother, you never look out for nothing at all. You understand? You have to just know, sir. You have to just put your trust in the Almighty. You have to put your trust in the Rastafari. And remember, I tell you, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
No, sir. Never lead me wrong, King. Never lead me wrong.
Can't go wrong, you know. So what they do is use the music. They use our own music as a weapon against us. That's that they're doing.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Because everybody know that the biggest weapon, anyhow you want to feel, just listen to music. If you want to feel in love, just listen to love song. If you want to feel hopeful and mighty, just listen to righteous song.
Yes.
If you want to dance, you listen to dancing song. So they know that the music is what they can use. This even in the rapper, they know.
Vibration.
Watch this. Watch this now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You notice how the big rapper them embrace the gun DJ them at Jamaica and I draw them in and I collab with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of the agenda. It's a part of the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody feels them really like them. It's a part. Draw them in and say yes, I want away. Idolize him. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So what them I don't know, them I use a little gunman DJ and slap this DJ them and fit mislead the youth them where I go on and give them money too. See enough money and secure and tell them so people for dead and bullet and we can destroy. We see them one. But they will pay our artists them same way to destroy the people them. So the artists them wickeder than the gun fire.
That may I say when me see DJ Khalib draw for Skillibang and a Skillibang say him have the big,
say it's a part. Let me just say it's a part. It's not a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a trick.
It's a trick.
And them are use the same little youth them to influence the youth them we are
yes.
Because they can't use it because we done past that generation already. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the same thing go for the girls them too, you know.
Yes, sir.
Them are use the little pretty brown one, and the next little dark one, the influence, the girls them where come, the things that them can take when they have to take in a wish part, when they go for them wish part, they want have sex and wish part, them up and all them things, and tricky little people and tricky girl them. But guess what them do? Them give them the money, and say 6 millions there. But why you mislead 20 million people for me?
Yeah.
And that a go on.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know say that a go on. But me I tell you say that a go on.
My lord,
you see them rapper there, I come in and I embrace this a DJ and that a DJ and that a DJ. Why didn't I embrace some righteous artists?
Because
they're not doing it because righteousness is not a part of that agenda.
No.
Righteousness is to uplift. We now want them now uplift. You know, so the music under attack right now. Under attack. And people control the music industry now. And that is why people are wondering how so much nasty on TikTok. It's a disgrace.
Yes, sir. The Virgin.
Some of the women them are dependent. It's a disgrace.
No,
how them are going as female, when them attack and when them bring to the table. It's a disgrace.
Just mighty.
But guess what?
Yes, sir.
We just have to do our part in the world. We can't see it.
As me saying, Anthony, righteousness is called to the nation, and the nation we are pushing our 284 years maroon, Nyanka Pong, the place where them call Jamaica. Before we even go further, I think it is the engineer. It is the 12th or the 17th of the celebration of life for Leonard Barkley. I know that you're a stablemate, because you're in a studio enough time when dub plate a cut. Talk to me. Leonard make him transition. What you have to say?
Well, we know Leonard.
Yes, sir.
Leonard is a cool person, but we still not support the film music. Because film music are gun things same way. I mean, no artists at all with DJ about gun and people for dead and none of them things. We not support them. I'm in a business who bigger bad you think it is. Me burn that fire red hot.
Lord.
You understand? So as Garnet still saying, a man is just a man, So a man might feel like he have more power than you. You can't have more power than Rastafari. Rastafari is the highest. So you sit down and move someone of a move and come out of blows and square music. Because some of my man might grow old and still a DJ gun music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. My lord.
How much craft in the man have to go bring and how much song you have to sing. You just realize that what you're doing is just creating. Alright, check this out. Yes,
sir.
One time when them used to DJ them music, people used to say they have no influence. But now that you have TikTok, Instagram, you look on the youth them will come and make the video them. Which song them are listening, who them are embrace.
Yes,
you have video now to prove it. So music have the biggest influence on the youth them.
Yes, sir.
But guess what? Through the money make money from it, they don't want to speak the truth. They don't want to say at this song, at them song, I contribute to the violence. Of course it is. Big time.
Stop living a denial.
Because when a man plays righteous music, he nah bust no gun.
Yes, sir.
He no want to kill nobody. The music not tell him.
Pocket, but I just can't get. Man, them nah do not throne, my lord. On them nah do not.
But I must say, my brother, we have to just do our part in our hurt and go through. Because that's how it's, you know?
Yo, my love, I want you to keep the fire burning, because you
know, stop burning. If you stop burning,
eternally.
Stop burning.
Eternally. August the 17th was the Earth Day of His Excellency, the Right Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, and I want to thank you for your contribution. That's the song we're going to close out with, guys. Yo, Anthony Cruz, just know, say, you're protected in my lord, and keep putting in the work for righteousness, my lord.
Every time, man. See? Love, yeah?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yes, I the thing I blew up. Yeah, PSI Radio Walk 1. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Getting it together.
Last night when I shot me last night, I was really tired and some extra curriculum.
I know, man. I know. Kenny, I hear that new contract where you get, I hear you've been working. Boy, Kenny, I'm proud of you. I am so. Everybody thought that after Hurricane Irma you would have died, and gone to the dogs. But look at you now, my God.
Well, them still want to with people that drop down dead everywhere.
Talking about people drop down dead, what this got it that a Gary? Was it Gary the engineer? Some Gary, a construction worker, just go on them car fixing him some hood and it dead under the Wi-Fi.
Like people just a drop out, my brother. You're not even hear about them, man.
What the Corona Puya said?
People just a drop out, brother. You don't even hear about them. You might just get a little news. Say, yo, the man, the part when they're gone. I saw it around.
It's not look good at all, and you're celebrating 5 years after the hurricane. I thought the hurricane would have killed a lot of people, but it seemed like this man-made hurricane is what's killing everybody.
Well, they'll tell us, they'll tell you that when it is done, the only way is if they are successful with backs,
yes.
So him don't tell you. It's just a matter of watching it happen.
My God, and we have the inoculation killing people, plus the gun violence is going abroad now. But Kenny, I saw a tape this week where a grown man said that he was going to kidnap people's children, and the police had to run and get him because the community was itching to turn him into goat meat for the Chinese.
Well, that is the other part of the wellness, because that seems to be a lucrative business right now. People need heart and liver and
Lord Jesus,
kidney and all them things. So
my God, people eating chicken.
That is the other side of the crap right now, is a thriving business, and we have to warn our ladies and our children to be careful who invite them where and where they go with who. It's that serious right now.
My God, Kenny, I can't deal with this sort of shenanigan. This come like a Netflix movie where I'm seeing. But on a
our world is so real. Listen, brother, I sit down and I watch this thing in a way that I am shocked really to think that our world in the 21st century could have become what I am witnessing right now. I mean, it's not just me.
It's not good. Not good. But I was just talking to Anthony Cruz because I'm heading over to Nyankapong because, it seems like another spillover is taking place. We're looking at maybe a snap election in the Akongpong district of the Maroon Village, and I don't know, with rumors on the street, I think your desk has gotten flooded with several indigenous tribal material, but of late seems as if cobwebs have grown over that section of the desk because you're not paying any attention at all to that.
Well, quite to the contrary, I am directly connected to the Maroons.
Oh, okay. Which branch of the Maroon are you working for? Yes.
You have to be careful, because when you talk about the Maroons, we're not talking about people who call themselves Maroon. We're talking about the community itself.
Okay.
Very connected, and when it is done, enough of our one is crap. Listen, a lot of this is what we call conspiracy theory. A lot of things in here are not so.
Yes. So you have gotten a direct link with somebody who lives in Akongpong. That's what you're coming.
I connected with many people in Akongpong.
So these people are different from because I know people who live in Akongpong, but you're saying some people may be catching in Akongpong because the story coming out is that several people have gone up there renting apartment to get rights.
Listen, sir, Akongpong has become a very diverse community, and I have to say this to you.
Yes.
Akongpong is now maybe a targeted community, if I should use that word in some sense. It is also positioned for a lot of what you call crap. The conspiracy coming out of Akongpong right now is geared to whatever the purpose they want to achieve. I don't know, but it is absolutely stupendous, because when it is done, how does that help the community to grow and develop? Brother Corey got elected the other day. What has he done within the year since he's there? Not much, because of the whole distraction that has been bombarded this man.
Okay. So hold on. Are you saying that? Hold on, because you're spitting out a lot of venom right there. You're saying that when you become a public servant or a public quote-unquote official who have to do day-to-day business for the people, some of it can be very distracting, can't it be?
There's a lot of things happening right now that is creating technically a barrier to progress in the community. And the people are the ones who are suffering. The people are the ones who are feeling it. The people are the ones who are seeing it. The people are the ones who have to deal with all of this crap. Who else can they join? How else? And if I tell you something, it's might shock you, it might just blow your brains.
Hold on, let me stop the rhythm before you shock and blow my listeners' brains. What is it exactly you want to say that made sure?
No.
You're not going to say that if there's one thing I respect about your diplomacy, you will not go and throw any grenades at my listeners. But seeing that you have direct link, and we are about to go into a Kongpong town because last night on Andre, we saw where the emissary, one of the emissary for Richard Curry, was there, and he was not there with an olive branch. He was there digging more into the sewage of the problems that divide the Maroons more than fixing it. And we are sick.
Very divided community. Absolutely true. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm saying that with this diversity within the Maroon community, I would expect Richard Curry to surrender to the people, but he keeps saying that he's defending a section of the people. And I think is Maroon a community, or what is Maroon to you? I don't know.
It boils down to this, and it is the age-old problem we have had as a people, and we are yet to even figure it out. Political partisanship has been a divisive weapon to not only divide people but to destroy them. All leaders have been open to this divisive strategic weaponry.
I call it puppetry. All these leaders have been exposed for their puppetry. But what I'm saying at this crucial point, Kenny, is that, is Maroon a village or a community of people, or Maroon some form of nationality of a nation? Because
I am yet to figure it out, my brother. Right now I'm sitting here.
Yes.
I am yet to figure it out because the way that my people are being treated right now, to be frank with you, the way that I see elements perpetuating a certain narrative.
Yes.
In relation to this whole Maroon thing, I am yet to find out for myself. Is this about, again, you look at the Prime Minister of Jamaica who is saying that you can have a state in a state. So what exactly is it?
Mighty God. But we want to point out the facts here, PSI Radio Kenny, that in 1738 there was some form of standing, or should they call it treaty. There was some form of civil approach to all of this, where it is said that the British surrendered to the native of the island. Isn't that a fact?
That is a fact perhaps, and that is one narrative. But the other side of the story is this.
Yes.
We are now in the era where the corporation is key. The corporation is now at the place where it is soliciting and position itself to administer as the ultimate authority of the world. All entities of the corporation are now carrying out this mandate to position themselves, like tentacles, to support the mother corporation.
So
you understand what I'm saying?
I just pointed out a while ago about you admitted that there is some truth to that story about a treaty. Now, when in 1738, when this so we're calling it treaty for a better word for people who are listening, so they can walk with us through this. The entirety of the island was called not Jamaica. Because we know that in 1962 is when that famous branding came on the cow. And they said it's a Jamaica beef. Now, here we have Richard Curry saying that he's standing under the premises of the 1738 treaty, if we call it for that word, that was signed by a man who represented the Maroon by the name of Kongpong. Kongpong, the man, has become a place now, and here we have Richard Curry saying that the place is the sovereignty of the Maroons. I don't get it, Kenny. I'm lost for that. I'm sipping.
No. I mean, but in basic form, think about it.
Yes.
The man is not wrong, because if it is that at the basic functional level, the place where the treaty was signed is now called a compound, and now that is a community. If it is that the same people who are offspring of
no, Kenny, hold on. I send you to sign a contract for me. Nanny is the queen. She send you to do her work, and you're gonna be so damn foolish that you're going to go and sign a contract and leave the contract at the place that you signed the contract and not bring it back to the center of who sent it to sign it. Are you stupid or what? You must understand that these are the mockery that the Europeans.
So what are you advocating then? Because
I am saying that.
This now is very interesting.
I am saying that, Kenny. The whole prospect of the Jamaica government is to act as the crown. Now, the crown in 1738 had their esquire came over to a Kongpong town or meet with a Kongpong, and a Kongpong say, all right, here we're going up, right? I'm going to sign this. But on that time, remember that the 1823, I think it was, revolution over there in 80 was in full effect, and Bookman was sent over by Nanny to orchestrate that Haitian revolution that overthrew Napoleon. Now, while Bookman was an adversary, emissary for Nanny, you also had the likes of Kojo and Taki and a Kongpong who worked under the office of Nanny. Are you seeing what I'm painting right here? So hold on. So you are now discrediting, and I'm saying this very, very clearly. Any historical rubbish that's out there, it's up to us to correct that garbage. Our oppressors can never write our victorious speech. It is foolish for us to think that the people who surrender to us is going to sit and write in their so-called English language the victory of our people. Only a foolish, educated.
So hold on now.
Yes.
You see, because this is the crux of the problem.
Yes.
That you face, I face, that we face.
Yes.
What do you tell the people of a Kongpong who have been occupying that land for over the past 100 years?
I would say to the people who have brought this so-called cockpit country maroon story to wake up and smell the coffee, because the maroon is not a community. It is a nationality. If you go to St. Vincent, there's people who call themselves maroon. If you go to Brazil, there's people who call themselves maroon. We must understand that 900 years of ruling Spain, Cimarron, wild and untamed, is an appellation that was put forward as a description of the people.
So hold on now.
Yes, sir.
So hold on now. Because now you have brought me to the tip of the iceberg.
What is that iceberg?
And and now I could understand exactly why the Prime Minister of Jamaica has taken the position.
Prime Minister of the place called Jamaica. Crime.
Because the man is saying that you can have a state within a state. If you're advocating. But that maroon is a nationality. I have a problem with what you're saying.
No, but listen, let me drive it home. Isn't 1738 long before 1962, Kenny?
No. Let's talk about the practical issues here. Because
Scottish Maroon is here. Chip on that bush tea, Scottish. I'm going to bring in a bit because PSI is really, really digging into the archives this morning. Continue, Kenny.
We get the age differences and the years and the miscrap that has been. We get it. But what I'm saying now, in a functional, practical sense, because we know that the Maroons perhaps have been, and I say Maroons specifically those in this place called in quotes a Kongpong.
Yes.
Have not been as aggressive in administering their own nationality in quotes, or neither have they been as aggressive to implement a system to protect themselves as a nation.
Yes.
Now, where does that leave those people? Are they right?
As I said,
are they going to be appropriated by people who think they do not possess that right.
Hold on, Kenny. Kenny, you cannot invite. I can't own a house, right? And I invite you one night, your mother kick you out. Because I'm telling you about the story about the Jamaica Corporation working under the crown, right? After the the understanding in 1738 about our liberty and sovereignty was established as a blood treaty where we cut our hands and pour in the goldie and mix it up with the nice brandy, and we had a good drink of it because redcoats was dropping left, right and center, Kenny. Nanny had also had the audacity to write to the redcoats bosses and tell them that don't send 500 next time, send 5,000, because there is a story that you may not know where why these European ladies usually wear a basket behind their asses, because Nanny had a big tushy. They call it tushy. And she would have done a lot of things. She was very mystical. But when 1738 came up, and that was written as to, yes, the surrender before 100 years. Now, as you know, Kenny, once you surrender someone, it means that your dog, your puss, the fleas on your dogs, the cat, the rat, everything you own, it belongs to the person that you surrender under the SCOTUS of law. This is how it is done, Kenny. So the Jamaica Corporation, what the Crown did now was get a few educated people like Buster and Norma and Shearer to come up to England, cook up something called a constitution, which is not anything as freedom, because a constitution is a binary contract that constitutes how they will treat you as a sovereign person. Now, Bustamante wanted powers. Yes.
Let's get back to the matter of nationhood, because that's a very, and this is not only applicable to Maroons, I put that in quotes again, Jamaican Maroons, I put that in quotes.
Yes.
But it is also applicable to all other indigenous peoples across the world. This is the problem we're having.
Yes.
Where does Chief Curry begin? Where should he begin?
I believe that
because that is the problem.
Chief Curry, Colonel Curry. Let's stop the reading for me, because I have a lot of respect for open-minded people. But what Colonel Curry has been sent by the oppressors to do is to have us focus on the nickels and dime while the 20 and the hundreds and the millions and the trillions go away. So what I think Chief Colonel Curry could do for a better sense, he's made a blunder about 2 weeks ago by having his hoodlums attack His Excellency Daniel Z. Basra. He need intellects around him. He need fearless intellects around him, not compromising mouses who will go to the table begging for assistance. I am standing on 284 years of indigenous rights here, and the Corporation of Jamaica only have 60 years. So when you hear the Crime Minister get up in this buffoonery about he will not recognize Maroon independence or indigenous rights, it is not up to the Crime Minister, because he is a subject of the crown. Only a sovereign can talk to a sovereign. We did not beat the Corporation of Jamaica. We beat the crown, who owns the corporation. And that very thought, hold it, Scottish Maroon, you're here because you're over Canada and you're hearing Kenny putting his plight across. Grand Rising, are you up, sir?
Yeah, man, Grand Rising. Just a quick pass through, right? Because as I explained here earlier,
yes.
I was after taking care of some matters.
I understand.
Now, I just want to bring it to Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
If you did live in our community, Kenny, and say the community name Kenny Community, and some man come and try to overthrow you in your community, and it never work, and them say, all right then, I could do some business. I could do some business under something named commerce. And I'm going to start my own liquor brand. And I'm going to show you how we're going to work together as a team. This is now what them call a constitution.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Now, does it give that person or those people any rights that come in your community to say no, at them own your community? That is the first question I ask you. And then
can I respond to that, sir?
Yes, Kenny.
Can I respond to that?
Please do.
Because that you actually stated, you actually categorized what has happened across the entire Central Americas.
Oh my God.
Britain walked into our houses.
Wow.
Of the lands where we live belong to us. It's our land. Britain walked into it and said, okay, I'm gonna give you the same constitution you talk about, and we could have a jolly relationship, and we can work together. And that has left us, and you're right, with what we call the corporate entities as we see them today. You are factual. My question now is this: where the people of the lands, our rights have been abrogated, and we have no. It is so far-fetched right now for most of us to even comprehend the degree of abrogation of our rights which has happened. How do we at this point, my brother? How do we at this point restore ourselves to our former glory? And with that in mind, hold on 1 minute. I'm saying this in light of this fact. There are a lot of indigenous groups, Brother Godhead, who have surfaced over recent years. But most all of them, it seemed to me, Brother Gadites and my beloved brother, have information that the masses do not have, and all they do is collecting people's freaking money and not giving them the right.
You're straying into the financial office there, and I turn that down. What I want to stick at is the legitimacy of our claim, and as I said to you a while ago, and Scottish Maroon also led it to you, that I cannot invite you over for coffee, then the rain start fall, you sleep on the sofa, the hurricane start, and then you end up in the bedroom, and then I go work and come back one day and you lock the door and tell me say me in your place. We have legitimate ground standing on, Kenny, and the Maroon, especially the 1738 treaty, it is a tangible material to work with. Now, what I don't like is the simplicity as to how we are being treated as peasants, where you have the likes of Richard Curry want to take the treaty as if the treaty is his. The treaty is not any one person or any one community. It is a national treaty. It is a nation that beat another nation, that established an overstanding, Kenny. It is not where we are going to say Jamaica have more rights than Maroons. Are you crazy? Jamaica cannot have more rights than Maroons.
So look at this, my brother. You are now in a very strong position, and we're reasoning it here.
Yes.
Where you can help to share practical, factual information, not just because you wish to do it, but because you have a passion to help your people attain to a position which has been lost. Where do we begin? And maybe my brother could pick this up. Where do we begin to restore ourselves to our former glory as the men and women of the land? Our rights being abrogated, we get it. Where do we begin? How do we restore ourselves and our nation?
All right, Kenny, let him rebut that question that you're asking. Scottish Maroon, you have 2 more minutes or 3 because you're also doing other things in your office. You were saying?
All right, I would say no. Excuse me. We have to understand that how these colonizers infiltrated our home. They slowly kill out the chief them slowly buy out some, and so they slowly go about doing it through who we call representatives for the people, through the public thing.
Can of worms.
Right? And so they slowly kill out and buy out. They keep moving the border lines, which is the whole island, right? Until them somewhat convince a few set of chief that the land where them live up a compound is what they really own, right? Now, what we have to understand is that until we cut out the bulldoggery and talk about there's only one set of people up in a compound is maroon. So want to Chinel Town, want to Moore Town, want to Nanny Town and all of these different maroon communities that was spread island wide.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Can you know that you have these towns too, Kenny? You know that, right?
Yes, but again, it goes back to what I mentioned.
Hold on, please, because I didn't finish.
Okay.
You have a shanty town.
Oh my
It's Trench Town.
Back to the Valley. Back to. Yeah.
There you go. I talk about in every parish you go, you find a maroon community. So it's sure that we run the island. Right now, we're saying what levels we're taking to get the people them to understand this, that many people is fighting, right, is forming a government, and this is where the Nyankopong Maroon government comes in. When you become a part of the government and get your document, you will find out that all of these things that you're saying, my brother, is being taught in the meetings in the classroom, and this is where we'll get a level of unification. Once we get united, you will find that we can chase those ballards or those so-called corporation or colonizers out of town and tell them that we cancel them contract. It's so simple. Simple, but the method that these colonizers has been using for ancient of time is a term that they use: divide and conquer. This is what they're doing.
I'm gonna say something here that might blow your mind a little bit.
Let's get the grenade in. Let's get the grenade cover inside. Can you?
I have been around. I have been around. Listen. And sometimes I tend to hold my tongue because I could get we have the covering, the ammunition. You can blast off, Kenny. We can blast off. It is absolute crappy to me when I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the kind of information that is true, when you look at the kind of systems that are currently being put in place by so-called, and I put so-called in brackets, indigenous people,
mm-hmm.
the masses are failing. The masses, our indigenous sect, I put that in quotes again, is having a hell of a problem even understanding themselves. And in my mind, from what I am convinced to believe, I put that in quotes again, the information is here to free the people. But people have to come to classes to free themselves. People have to spend money to free themselves.
Hold on. Oh my God.
Let me make the point.
Yes.
Nothing that is being taught.
Yes.
And I don't discredit some of the information that has been given.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem I have is that you look at the nationhood documents that are being distributed.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the validity, what should I use here? The validity of these documents, the validity of these documents to effect change in the lives of the people who have them. You look at the current status of our people in a way that you would expect that the indigenous peoples would be able to position these other people who don't know what the hell they're doing to come to a place where they can relate to the facts.
But my time
on the ground, day-to-day activity, they can relate to it. But they are still up in the air. But nobody can understand what is happening.
Hold on. Kenny, you cannot spew. You cannot spew so much mucus on the platform and don't let me mop it up because I have some detergent here. Now, when you said a while ago about the vast amount of knowledge-based information that is out there, it has been 400 years that Kunta Kinte has been beaten into the submission of becoming John. Now, our people will not be awakened with any one shot. It's going to take several boosters to get them going because some of them are living, walking dead as we speak.
And while they're getting
the boosters. What was that?
And while they're getting the boosters, what's happening?
What is happening is that people like me and you that have regenerated our brain cells to think outside of the corporate structure, we will be the ones who will have to lead our brothers. But what is happening is that the Willie syndrome now has played a very crucial part in slowing up our people. Because when I listened to a piece last night on over by the podcast by Andre, and I heard the gentleman, I think it's Anu is the name, who's representing Richard Curry, came out and say that Daniel Z. Basra is under the subjugation of the Akongpong law. There is no such thing. That is utter garbage. Here we have people who consider themselves to be in position, minimizing our opportunity, and believe that by minimizing our opportunity they will become more powerful. But this is actually selling out to the oppressors more of our birthright. What we're saying, Kenny, in a nutshell, is that our liberty will not be formulated in the protocol of the standard pattern that some of our people have been educated towards, Kenny. It will not be the OBE or the OEF or whatsoever organization that has been oppressing us for eons that is going to come with the solutions.
Because my brother made a good point there a while ago, and I want to pick him up on this. He said it is very simple.
Yes.
To liberate oneself from the slave master. Put it in simple terms. Very simple, he said. How is it that our brothers and sisters specifically in Jamaica, living on the lands there over the past 100 years, have not been able to come to a place where this simplicity, as is expressed there a while ago, is yet to be comprehended and enacted to ensure.
Can I answer now?
Yes, please. I need to know.
It comes right back to the whole divide and conquer. Number one, the indoctrination in our school system. Right? The crime, violence, and all of these things. It's distraction. So these are the methods that they use to divide and conquer with the many distractions. Also, I want to did social studies in the 90s. When they spoke about the Maroons, they said the only thing can save the people that is living on the island that is called Jamaica is if they call back the Maroon law. Right? How ironic that from in the 90s they could have wrote in a social studies book that Jamaica is going to reach in the state that it is now, and something that is called white collar crime would have taken over the island. Is these men prophets? Is them? So it goes to show you that these are the same men that write the Bible, write the books, them that give it into the school and indoctrinate our people and usher them into the various times that they want to take them through, right? So you have to understand that. It come back to what I said. Until the people them realize the nation that shall arise in Revelation to save the people them and come back home to where they originally belong, learn more about who they are, and then as a collective people, we now get rid of the colonizers or the corporation who is there raping our country, killing our people, right? This is how we have to get it done. Now, you said something about money collecting to help our people. My brother, we're living in an ID system time now. And if the people that don't have proper documentation just to show who they are, if you don't have a voter's ID, you cannot vote. Right? And I guarantee you, you have to pay for a national ID. Right? In Jamaica. You have to pay for a driver's license. You have to pay for a birth certificate. You have to pay for a passport. Right? What is it that you don't have to pay for? So when you say a government that has been newly formed, they say the people and for pay a little chumps to get documentation. What does the government use to run a government? Is money.
Do you want me to react to that, sir?
Yeah, but before you react to that, Kenny, because I am getting the feeling that there is a Willie Lynch monkey wrench being thrown into this conversation where, as you know, we're part of the Nyankopon government, one of the first established governments in this time.
But how could you feel about the wrench, brother? That's all in your mind.
But hold on. Let me put some WD-40 on the monkey, because the wrench is going to come in anyhow.
You're behaving like, listen, I need to make my plan because you don't watch it. No. Don't cry. Let's get real. I don't have time to listen. I'm real. I am saying the only way that a people, just as how the corporation is going to establish itself as we have it, the Jamaica, the Barbados, the Trinidad, whatever else, the USA, the Canada, all of these are corporate entities.
Yes.
They have established themselves, and by virtue of that establishment, created a system where each man and woman, in order to be validated or verified or accepted in society by virtue of being a part of that society, you have to comply with certain.
But it's a barbaric, society. We're different. Nyankopon is different, sir. You know that. You know that.
Point, brother. And I want you to listen. All
right, I'll have your quote. Let me have your quote.
That I want you to remember.
Yes.
In a similar way that the corporation has established itself, has created its own norms by virtue of its documentations and its laws and its statutes and whatever else it has created.
Guidelines.
To manage affair. How is it?
Is it managed? They're managing, or they're manipulating. Manipulating is a better word.
Listen, sir. I'm making a point. Listen, man.
Okay.
I know you're a very knowledgeable man, and you get what I'm saying. Don't you? Well, you throw a monkey wrench into this friggin' thing.
No. I'm putting the WD-40.
And I want you to relate to the point. I'm making a point, and I want you to think about it.
Yes, sir.
If, again, I say the corporation has established its own system of identity, and our people as indigenous peoples and this is what we have missed before I make the point. The same pen which has enslaved our people. If we understand the strategy or the strategic action of the same pen, we can use the same pen via the same system to free ourselves. The pen
by documenting yourself, documenting under the government will give you that sort of rights.
I'm getting there, brother. I'm getting there. Now, this is my concern with our indigenous peoples.
Yes.
If it is that we possess the right, it is our right as a people.
Yes.
To undo these things which were done by corporate means. If it is that we now possess collectively, because I'm seeing a massive upsurge of indigenous movement.
Yes, you are seeing it. See what if he has gotten his telecommunication.
Yes. Hold on. I am getting there. My problem now is, why is it that in a similar way as the corporation has established itself, and you need a passport to travel from point A to point B as a corporate ticket to move? If it is that our indigenous people possess the capacity via the pen to establish themselves as nations or as groups or as recognized bodies.
Yes.
How in hell have we not been able to do that over the past 500 years?
My brother, let me answer.
Turn your radio off, please. The echo is tremendously. Carry on, Scottish Maroon, please.
All right, my brother. This is what we are trying to explain to the people. Once the people have something that is called a birth certificate.
My God.
They more right to seek that form of offer or even to initiate to get it back. Listen, this is why again we're saying to the people, free yourself from the corporation and get your nativity paper to show that you're an indigenous person. Because once you have a birth certificate, you are a subject of the state. You're owned by the corporation.
Oh my God!
So you
let me interject.
Can you hold on before you interject? Before you interject, Kenny, before you interject, Scottish Maroon, could you repeat the last part about who a subject is and if you're attached under the birth? I didn't get that clearly. Could you emphasize more on it? Let me stop.
Certificate.
Yes.
Right? A birth certificate saying that you're a black man owned by the corporation.
Oh my!
You're a subject.
Kenny, you have a birth certificate alone? Do you have any other appellate? Do you have any sort of?
Let me burst your bubble. I am not a black man.
Oh Jesus!
No, but what you have to prove that, Kenny?
No, there's no proving. It is in law, brother.
Which law?
Kenny.
Whose law?
Kenny, drive on the road without a driver's license and just tell the police that, officer, I have a license.
Oh Jesus!
Without shooting him, and tell me what is going to happen, Kenny.
Oh Jesus! What
You see, I love how this is going.
That's a low Scottish Maroon. That's a low blow. Kenny would never ever go out there without his government papers.
You're right back where I started. Now watch me.
Yes.
Now I have my own original birth certificate. Now I've got my own official whatever else in hell I need to get. Okay, I have all of those.
Yes.
I got them.
Yes.
Right? My question to you is this: when after having all these documents, you look at the you look at the corporate system, well-oiled engine, well established, right?
500 years.
The indigenous man is yet to get to a place where when you bust your ID and you put it on a counter, it is accepted.
I did it last week at Western Union. I did it with my Lion Kapong. I did it.
Let us reason. We're reasoning this now.
Yes.
We need to get to the place where hold on, my brother. I'm making the point.
Yes.
You bust your documents. You put them on the counter in the bank. You can.
I did it.
I did it. An account.
Yeah, I did.
You bust a document. You're going through immigration. You put it on the counter.
Okay.
They can accept it.
Okay.
When do we get to that? No, because this is my problem and my question.
But Kenny, this is the youngest government right now.
Let's reason it out, because this is our problem. This is the problem of indigenous people. We are not.
One at a time, please. And I have to go over to Ghana in the next 3 minutes. One at a time, people. My God.
Indigenous peoples are not recognized even to take out a piece of document and put it down in many cases.
I cannot buy Kenny, I cannot buy such hogwash at this time. That is pure hogwash because last week I used my documents. No, but I use mine, Kenny. Anyway, Scottish Maroon is right. Hold on, Kenny, hold on. Kenny, hold on. The noise in the market is too loud. Scottish Maroon, what you have on the store for sale? Let's see what Scottish Maroon.
Kenny, the corporation them own the airports. Right? That is their business. You cannot tell them how to run their business. We as indigenous people has not united ourselves over the years to build our own airport and our
Boy, you're making sense. You just start making sense.
So just hold on, man. Let me explain it, my brother. Until we chase out the corporations them out of the island where all of these infrastructures that is there, we can get them back to use, right? But we have not built any airport, we have not built any seaport. So we have to have their requirement to go through. But what happened? they still have to respect your rights as an indigenous person, or I shouldn't say person, as an indigenous living man or living woman of the land. Right? They still have to respect it. So yes, you have the requirement to travel on the airline. But if they're trying to oppress you, they're trying to take certain advantage of you, this is where now you want the sword and let them know who them dealing with. And they have to respect your unalienable rights. They have to accept your unalienable, my brother. If they don't accept your unalienable rights, then you sue that corporation, my brother. It is simple. If you don't respect your unalienable rights, then you sue that corporation, because under the United Nations Charters of Rights, all of your rights is there. People just not reading. People is not reading.
Gentlemen, this conversation is so heated, but I want to take time out to tell our listeners that they need to join our travel to the Black Mecca and trace your roots on the pilgrimage coming up to Pokesu and the Ahanta region in West Ghana. It is going down on January the 16th until the 24th. We're giving accommodation, we're getting your tickets, we're getting food, we're getting meeting with the royal family, and you just need to stay tuned. It is now time for talking, but time for action. And by saying that, we know that we have our brother in Ghana over there who's waiting patiently to have a chat with us. Kenny, you know the work that has to be done, but of course yourself have the cornerstone. Marcus Garvey said, if we don't have confidence in ourselves, we're not once but twice defeated in this race of life. If the reasoning continue, I suppose, because Scottish Maroon still think that he have some books on his desk to pass over to your books, and of course you have all of the jump drive to pass over to us. It's a work in progress, gentlemen, a work in progress.
Yes, right. But it's really a pleasure to talk to you on a PSI TV. There's a lot, my friend.
Yes, we talk about as well. Yeah, no respect.
What the people of the land need to know that is that they're using maritime law to govern the land.
While they're holding it down right there, let me just let some things falling. I'm going to go over to Canada, Bahamas, because Bahamas, they're having a trip and we want to talk to them. So let's see what's pumping.
That's every little man from St. Anne. Lord. Marcus Garvey.
Sound to the one and only Anthony Cruz.
So strong for the black nation.
Yes.
Better respect the man.
Let's go.
1887, August 17th. We were blessed with the prophet and the king. Marcus Garvey is his name. Internationally rise to fame. Founder leader of the UNIA. The first national hero of this little island, yeah. Marcus, you will lead the way. Marcus Garvey.
Phone line to call is 260-209-8730. Yours truly, Rascodites inside the building right now. We're doing it big and in charge. Let's see. Let me big up Paulette. We celebrated the lady Louise Cobley. Louise Bennett Cobley, that is.
For years and years he spent fighting for his people, for the unification of blacks around the world, for every black boy and every girl. Yeah, the largest black organization in history was formed by a Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Tell it to the spaceship I drop all over in the morning. You walk one.
Established the Negro Factories Corporation and offered stock to every black Americans to buy. In 1920, he wanted to produce everything for his nation, so they could completely rely on their own efforts. Cause he knew the black man's worth, yeah. strongly believe in Africa for Africans. His ultimate dream was independence for every African. And stop depending on Babylon.
We got it all locked right here. Yours truly, Rascalites. We just doing it big time right here on Fresh Radio Vibes.
You better respect the man, yeah. Marcus Garvey, yeah. Too strong for the black nation. Garvey a real Pan-African, yeah. Garveyism inspired the whole nation of Islam and every Rasta man. What? Marcus philosophy. Digital school, yeah. But take Rasta children to no food, no.
Remember the phone line to call is 260-209-8730. Yours truly, Rascalites, we're just holding you down inside the studio. The International Grand Rising Show.
His works were phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You know, we want to make everybody get that vibes. PSI Radio was so crucial a while ago, touching some of the points, and we appreciate love what is going on. The reasoning is just off the shizzle, and we just get news. Who we got to talk to? All right, when we come back from the commercial break.
All hail the International Grand Rising Show. Monday to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. News, music, live interviews, covering the global issues of the Maroons. Promotional packages available now. Fresh Radio Vibes, broadcasting locally and internationally. Your number one online radio station, streaming on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Google, YouTube. Listen radio at its best. Call and join us now at 260-209-8730 and rise. Fresh Radio Vibes, the official radio station for the Maroon Nation. Drop us an email at gadites@gmail.com. That is GADIETHZ@gmail.com. The International Grand Rising Show. We shall avail. We shall avail. We shall avail.
They always let the people we were from. And the big guys let the people down. Try to blame it on the dancer and the artists and the sound. The big guys let the people down. Down. Burn them all, yeah. Blame them. Oh, cause I will never see. Now we never stop. Burning these fires non-stop. Yeah, oh, yeah. Alright. All the leaders them will let the people down. Have them holding on to showing them a drown. And the leaders them will let the people down.
You know, it's the International, the Grand Rising Show right here. Let's see who's on the line right now. We got a couple more hours inside the building, so you know our things here, the artists are in the studio working it out, saying
yo, Babylon not speak them words, but we not love how them sound. That them see them wanna turn it in a gun town. No forget to you them turn in a gun cloud. Gunshot and tear off them head crown. When every other day and next body them found. Well in and them own a blood, Mrs. said them drown. Who them boy I really wanted for clown. Them this last year I am the profound nonsense.
And leaders them a let the people down.
Have them holding at the strong when them a drown. And the big guys let the people down. They always let the people we were from. And the big guys let the people down. Try to blame it on the dancer and the artists and the sound. The big guys let the people down. Yeah. Alright then, wow. Promises are comfort to a fool. But Babylon, I said them a go build more centers and school. I know me they to see a chair and next, much less a stool, much less a, yeah, wanna hear me now, me never say a pencil or a pen, much less a rule. How them want take for cool, they can't cool. And the leaders, them a let the people down. I'm them only let the swim when them a drown.
And the leaders, them a let the people down.
Them drinking the people blood, them a blood down.
I said the leaders, them a let the people down.
I'm them only let the swim when them a drown. And the guys a let the people down. Righteousness not only youth, them in a clown. Wow. What get to you no see from afar, cause all the perpetrators war, yeah. And the youth them a fight to a house and car.
Some want be superstar. You know, so when I artist, working artist, this is another business right now. Yeah, wow. And the leaders them a let the people down. Sounds of the one and only Capitan. Alright, engineer, stop pushing, engineer. I said the leaders them a let the people down.
Have them holding at the straw when them a drown.
The leaders them a let the people down.
Them try to blame it on the dancehall and the artists and the sound.
Leaders them a let the people down.
Wow, yeah, wow. Even good now, that we never stop burning this food. That there's no Selassie, yeah. And never take him on the food, yeah. And never take part of the food, yeah.
What's the
mother,
and the leaders them a let the people down.
And them holding at the straw and them a drown.
And the leaders them a let the people down.
They always let the people we were frown. The wicked them a let the people down. Holding at the straw and them a drown. And the wicked them a let the people down. Them they try to blame it on the dancer and the artists and the sound. Enough of them a let the people down. Whoa, yeah. After you work them so hard, yo, still you come and drop yard, yo. But you shuffle the deck, that's why you have to play so hard. Why you have to yard and fraud, yeah. Find out say them a fraud, yo. And me go ask them for them a yard, yeah. Rastafari and a fraud, but them.
Yeah, that's that. What on? Watch on play. Watch on play with me thing, you know. The leaders them a let the people down.
Why they always let the people will come?
So when we come on a deal with no, cause you know the thing set already. I wonder if Worm have any. Worm good in the studio right now, you know.
The people down. And I check say you joke on in the country and town.
Show me some. Yeah, man. We sound good right on radio right now. I just want to say take time out to say hard working that is going on by our team to really get everyone on board. It is a fact that we have a lot of work to do. We have people that will have to, be related. Oh Lord, here we go. Wagwan Wika. Everything is everything.
Original tadpole, wagwan me done.
You go what me? You see that me have one tape where me a play from where they were bury some man. Call you on, my lord, and Jano me no know. Wika, your angle toward the body, no, my lord. Your angle toward the wicked, enough. Are you still on tour, or are you back in the lovely Nyanka Pong? You back home or what?
No, tour finish. Tour finish from the 4th of September. So me not back home yet, but me there in the New York. Me there in the Brooklyn zone, you know.
Yo, and people want dub plate and then sit there, tell me, boy, me I tell you, boy, Jano. We there again. Jano. That is a national anthem. Talk to me, Wika, because the last time we read about the tune, they tell me, say, Gadites, me I go take the tune to a next level, and me see you put your word in action. Me love it.
Yeah, man, you know it come and you don't know when it come to song, from song good, you understand, and the people them love that one, they saying. Cause depends on the words where you speak, you know, cause you have to know what you do nowadays, cause the thing rough now, so we have to say some things now, we can entertain the people and them enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Plus it have to have some meaning.
Yes.
Seeing?
Yes.
So the people them really love that song. It go harder Europe, #1 all about, so you don't know Barry Salmon the pan him tour and thing, and me come in with him and thing, and him call me and we shell the tune, and it was a good thing, you know. Very beautiful thing.
The chemistry between your talent and Barry's talent in the old school era. I see it bring back a whole heap of joy, my lad. I wonder if we're going to get some other team up. Because this team up here, I sure say, the 90s have a special formula about it, Wicca. I want good formula that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because that's how we really grew up, you know.
Yes.
That's how we grew up. We grew up with that togetherness. Yes. We grew up with that togetherness. We used to link up each other. We part together. Any man a keep a show. We go give him a strength all the way. We grew up with that togetherness there. So the chemistry I got there.
Yes.
Seeing?
Yes.
Because we know one that we love one the same way. So the chemistry I got there, brother. So yeah, it's good, man. And me and him have one more to come. Me and Barry Salmon and Peter Mitchell, so you can listen out for it.
Me know say you da cook up some formula. Me know you not stop no Wicca, cause it long overdue. And you know, when we want to ask is, I know you've been doing it. Any one of your siblings take the music up as a legacy? Cause you have one big empire the way. Any one of you youths them take this thing up, or is a like how Chronicle keep Chronics in a covenant, and then him just but what carry on the legacy for Wicca, man? Cause it's our gigantic empire you have, my lad.
Well, you know, so none of me youth them not really pick it up, cause you don't know, like Chronicle. Yes. Chronicle youth grew up in the thing and grew up like that in the thing. My youth them kind of grew up little different.
Yes.
You know, see them grew up in some prep school thing and deal with some other thing. But me have a little youth where she a 13-year-old and me say she love music, she buy guitar, she do all kind of something. So maybe she a go do it. So me watch it and see what I go on. Cause we never say never.
Yeah, me like that. We are sending home Leonard Bartley. You just send home Mighty Diamond the other day, and my sister, well, use a groundation tonight. Leonard Bartley, what you have to say about our brother Merciless? Can put in a whole heap of work, him put in charge.
Jano, tragic, you see?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the pass out, the shock all a week. We good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard, we good friend. As you know, say Leonard always there. Even Spanish town, they will be right too.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And when them youth, they come in at the thing, with all the respect and thing, and him get all the power. Remember say Leonard Bartley, one of the man where when in third stage, you know. Yes. Remember say all Sting and them thing, them flat note all 3-4 one time. So I know ordinary youth. You see me I say?
Mm-hmm.
But a good soul, a good youth, me him soul rest in peace, and we miss him a lot, you know. So big up to Leonard Bartley and condolence to him family, boy, and the whole him fans them and them thing there. We miss a good youth.
Yeah, good youth. The 17th, I think we have it here where I think it's the 12th or the 17th. We're going to read it aloud where he is getting an official send off, you know, and to the family and friends, our condolences. You're in New York, Wicca. Anybody can see at any venue, or are you just taking some time off now that the tour, that segment of the tour has come to an end? Or are you doing some promotion with the songs also? Because you know the radio station, them want to reach out to you, but they may not know how to get a number or get a link to you for say, Wicca, we need you upon 105 or Bobby Conda or Hot Radio. Any promotion like that in the pipeline?
Well, yeah, man, enough this jack and radio, man, me I do things for like promotional wise. Same way I do, me do jobs for them and me do couple interviews, same way and them thing there. But no more show.
Okay.
Right now at Jamaica, me I head final of the week. We just there, you know, a long time, you know, come through, me come check my brethren them for a few, and me have family where me come link up, same way, you see?
Yes, I know. I know the brethren and eyes them supposed to feel good for really can hold your hand, because talking to you over the phone or seeing you by phone is good, but when we link up and can say, wow, go on, we whole of Rems, you know, where they talk to Fruital and Red Eye, you know what I mean, and some of the cornerstone youth them. We keep it real with you.
Yeah, man. Which is right. Original, you see it?
Yes. And but you say you're Eddie in a yard. Last but not least, don't a yard no look pretty, Wicker. Don't a yard no look pretty at all. Don't
a yard I go pretty and it a go stay pretty.
Yes, I.
It a go stay pretty. Now watch the things that you see are going. No last forever. It's only good salvation and it have to be very good. And hear me now?
Yes, I.
You see?
We're there. We're not here. We must.
Yeah, you're there?
Yeah, me I hear you now. Yes, I.
Yeah, me I say no last forever, brother. I'm go good salvation. So right now, the things them where you see happen more time with the youth, them in a gangstership with them weather. We want to understand, you know, Jamaica is not a place where people just come see you and do your things like that, you know. Most of the things are really gangster business and man carry vengeance to each other, you know. It just look bad for the news. You understand? It just look bad for the news, but I don't like that because people not living enough fear and them thing there.
Yes.
Seeing? Yes. But the youth them have to, you know, take care of the thing more because they can't get so ignorant as a Yana man have something or Yana man have something long time you come back and you come back with that big vengeance there. You understand? The youth them have our place, our country, and a good over evil.
Yes,
and the goodness have to prevail. So we have to work it out. So who love Jamaica like we love the place? We are gonna do our best, feet run good and do what we can do.
Yes, sir. You did not.
Yeah, come in and left my place.
Berry's called you up. Did Berry's call you up on Sumfest? Did you perform on Sumfest?
Yes, man. I performed the song with him on Sumfest.
Isaiah Leng is slated for Stinger return this year. Give me your take on it, and will you grace the stage if they contact you?
Well, me not the past Sting. Sting, you don't know a thing go.
Yes.
Them things set up already, man. Them things set up already and them something there. And but a good thing, Sting I wanna the show them with it about, you know. Sting for always a keep, cause Sting break all the youths and Sting show you who are gonna be champion in the future. And it's a good show. The people also look towards that every 26th of December. You know, so Sting coming back is a good thing because we need some of the shows them to come back and most of them are really gone and we need them to come back. So if they bring back Sting, congratulations to them. I hope it run the right way. And you know, all of the youth them we love say them bad and them can kill a man on stage. And how tough you is and them thing. The Sting at the place you prove that. Over the years you know say Sting, when you done a Sting you can tell who are going to run the place by January morning and who are the body artists. So it's a good show. Yes. So I hope it come back with a bang. You understand? We love that.
And as soon as the tune they drop, send it over to the library, because you know we're building up a library, because I don't know if you're working on an album now, Wickerman. It's been years now. We don't get a good compilation from the King, and would I love them kind of prosperity they reach the eye. So every tune me get, me hold it together, because you know, we lose Ari, you know, I'm going to make sure put together all of my brother them works, and then them pass, we still have them works, I do, and you put a whole heap of inspiration in a I and I career. So I give whole heap of yanks, man. Bless up Wicker, man. Bless up my lad.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Me there, man, I work on some song, man. I'm soon drop a EP, because me and Father Berries I do something, and you drop a EP, and boss 7 song or something, but we are do some work, and you don't know the thing go from back, you drop out and them thing, they made have to cool off and build back a vibe. So me I build back a vibe, so big respect. You see?
Proud of you, my brother. Proud of you, we come on. Keep the fire burning. Yes, sir.
Burning. Bless up me general.
Yes, sir. That's the man called Wickerman. Returning the call. Remember, say my number one tune for the station. We play again.
Said it's hard to explain what I feel inside after being away for so long. And hearing this rhythm just gives me a vibe.
This is what the entire earth need to do. Let's come together.
Yes, me there again. Don't watch the face, me there again. Said it's hard to explain what I feel inside after being away for so long. And hearing this rhythm just gives me a vibe, yeah. This calls for one happy song. Me there again. Yes, me there again. Don't watch the face, me there again. Long for see me old time friend, let me know. Me there again. Me there, yes, me there again. Don't watch the face, me there again. Long for see me old time friend, let me know. When everybody locked down, long time can't go a road. Exclusive party, then cannot afford. So me call there is a man, chairman of the board. One dance up the road, they were well overload. Like the whole microphone, bust it for the crowd. Turn on your page, it's a reggae episode.
That is the sound of a man called Wickham, and 25 minutes after the hour right now. Gotta call back. Listen to me. Yesterday we celebrated 103 years. Louis Bennett Copley. The phone line is open right now. We're just blazing it. We're blazing it right now. Hold on. Medea again. Stop the thing there. Grand Rising. How art thou doing on this great morning here? How you doing? Paulette Maroon, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It is afternoon for you, sir.
Oh, afternoon. Sorry, I just drink some bush tea a while ago, and some dopey bush with fever grass, and I tell you.
Oh, may I go get some fever grass ready too. I'm actually heading to the shower.
You're heading into the what?
The shower.
Don't turn on the camera, P. Don't turn on the camera, because if you turn on the camera, anyway, the Lord is the Lord is my shepherd. I know what I want this morning to keep this show going. You think you're
too much.
Yes, but yesterday we celebrated 103 years of the Honorable Louise Bennett Copley, and our news desk actually got a piece from you in tribute to that beautiful woman called Louise Bennett Copley. Did you know her personally, by the way?
Yes, I did.
You actually hugged Miss Lou and them sitting there and exchange word with her and them thing there?
Yes.
Tell me about that person that I see. Because see somebody and know somebody are two different things. You know her. Tell me who is Miss Lou, please. Can you?
Do you have me on the radio?
It's the International Grand Rising Show doing, I'm doing the International Grand Rising Show.
And it's not so convenient for me now, because you're here when the sun is. But
yes. Continue.
I actually knew of Miss Lou before I actually met her.
Wow.
Through her dialects and, where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
As well as when I was in college.
Yes.
I had to do my thesis.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to do the practical part of it, and she was put in charge to assist me in doing that community project.
Wow.
And so I got to spend some time, under her mentorship, as well as setting up the projects according to how she saw it fit in the community that she was living. So I spent a lot of time with her and her husband.
Yes.
Teaching me. Her husband even taught me Chop Talk. in the community center there.
Chalk talk?
Chalk.
I never.
It is a dying form of art.
I never heard about that yet.
It's
continue. I hear about gypsy and I hear about patois and twa, but
no, it has nothing to do with that. It's actually doing art, and art is speaking to you in the same time and the space. It's done on a chalkboard.
Oh God, my God.
So I would communicate with you through art instead of actually talking. But if you were watching me do the art, you would know what sentences I'm making.
Miss Lou, as she is affectionately called, did she have children? Is her legacy, her bloodline still with us today as we speak? Because like Marcus Garvey, I had to search.
I actually have been talking to Fabian, her son. But while I was in Gordon Town, and I never and was never ever able to know in concrete if she had daughters, because while I think I met 2 girls at the house.
Yes.
And there were other girls coming from school, because when I went into Gordon Town, those girls were going to, I think, Holy Childhood, or they were going to some school in Kingston, and I was up there. So I never really got a chance to meet them, but I met 2 of them. They came in one day, we were having lunch, and I briefly just spoke to them because I had finished my class in the community center.
Yes.
And then I left. So I just briefly met 2 of them. And it's been such a long while, I don't even remember. I think I remember one was called Dahlia. I don't remember so well. And then there was a girl who came from, I think, Holy Childhood, came there one day and saw me in the living room. And I didn't spend long talking to them.
You suspect that these females are daughters?
No, I called. She told me they were her daughters.
Miss Lou tell you that these 2 young women
Yes,
her
she
daughters.
said. She told me that her daughters would be coming home from school, that sort of thing. So I was never ever sure. I know that Fabian
is hers.
Is her son.
Okay, so she would have 2 girls and 1 boy.
I don't know if the 2 girls were her or I call her mom too. So Jesus. The other girls could have been girls just like myself, who were just friends or being mentored by her.
Miss Lou was ridiculed for her language skills. They call it broken language or patois. You came through that pipeline where, you know, when you're walking in with certain people, if you say come here or kude, maybe you'd get a slap in the hand like you can't talk properly. How enforcing did Miss Lou in her time? Did she see this as a mission to let our people know that this ain't no bad language or no chat bad?
That was her mission out there. But while I was associated with her, the language never became an issue or a subject to talk about. It was just me learning how to do my schoolwork, how to get high passes, and how to create a community, how to build a community, and how to establish projects within the community.
Wow.
And then,
continue.
And then we got through the mentoring part of it, where she told me about the Roman Catholic Church, and
what you tell you about the Roman Catholic Church? Spill your beans, Paulette. Come on.
No, not bad about them. It's just certain principles, and that if you're in trouble, the Roman Catholics would come together and they would help you out. They were always there to pull you up.
Okay.
that sort of thing.
I heard some stories about the Roman Catholic pulling out, not pulling up, but let's not dwell into it. Yesterday.
No, and I've had very good experiences with Roman Catholics.
God bless their soul for their being honest with you. But yesterday we celebrated 103 years since we had the chance of meeting the Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley, and you did a piece, Empowerment for the Woman Who Thrives on Her Legacy, in tribute to Lou by Madame Paulette Denson Maroon. Why did you think that it was so I know you know her and everything, but why you put brush to canvas and came up with this masterpiece that you sent out yesterday? What was the inspiration?
Actually, I've been doing tributes to Miss Lou, you know, not so very openly all over, that sort of thing. But 2 years ago, Tanya Hernandez, who does, she calls herself Tanya Lou, who does a lot of Miss Lou's dialect, had spoken to me one day and showed me a picture, which she asked me if I could do, but it was a rush. She wanted to use the picture in a performance that she was doing. So I came up with something, and she didn't like what I came up with, but I wasn't in a mental state at that time to do a proper painting. So the picture that she showed me, I have an artist who was living in Jamaica, and the two of us worked together, and I said to him, this lady needed a painting as quickly as possible, and I'm not able to do it because I'm going through some stuff mentally. And I asked him, I said, could you just do this for me, and I will do a part of it. So therefore, it's not just, she asked me to do it, so it's not just him alone who did it. So we did a piece for Tanya Lou. And that piece, I came up with like the lignum vitae, you know, the trees, the children, and all of that on it, the houses, etc. And the guy did the first part. But then when I did that, I was feeling very uncomfortable after, you know, I heard a few, you know, little talk by and little things being said on the internet, that sort of thing. And I didn't understand what was happening. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it totally by myself. When my mind was clear, and I decided I'm going to do it. But when I did it, it started looking like 3 different persons. And those 3 persons were very close associates of Miss Lou as well. And so I didn't want to name it her, but I dedicated it. I said, this is on behalf of the women who loves her and enriches themselves by her legacy.
Yes. I personally like it. I personally like it. Last night we had quite a few viewers online showing tribute. What is your take on the artistic contribution of Miss Lou, not only through music but also through poetry and language? And does she deserve more than just an accolade as to honor, or has she inspired you where you believe that a heroing should become of her in this time?
You know, sir, big people talk them.
This is the big radio station. We do big things. On the big station.
Yeah, she is deserving of all accolades.
Okay, yes, sorry.
She is deserving of all accolades and much more than that. The statue in Gordon Town is appropriate, and we need a Miss Lou Day.
Oh Christ! You need a maroon Miss Lou Day? I'll have to talk to the necessary.
We need a Miss Lou Day. A big Miss Lou Day.
This is turning out to be,
because her dynamics were just more than her poetry. You know.
Yes.
Much more than ring ding. And when you think of it, you have poetry, you have storytelling, you have ring-ding, you have pantomime, you have music, folklore. You have just so much. So if you have one very good day, and to think of it, how many women are amongst our heroines in Jamaica?
Yes, Yes,
amongst our heroes.
Away from
that sort of thing.
Away from the kidnapping of Nanny by the government of Jamaica, I haven't seen quite a lot, but I do believe that Miss Lou has sustained the rank of heroine as far as we're concerned, because she saved a lot of us from being beaten by just speaking through our own tongues and society.
Yes, and she gave us recognition.
Yes.
And she had people respect us through our language too.
She was.
And everybody all over the world just love our dialect.
Miss Lou. I personally give thanks for that link that she has put forward as a strong voice, and you also emulating her with your art. Give me, before I go, give me a little bit about your contribution with the artistic contribution when it comes on to. I see your Facebook post, and I know that you're passionate about your canvas and oil painting. Give me about 2 minutes as to how that is going. Hello?
I am still in the process. I'm still in the process of developing as an artist, because I'm an intuitive artist. And so I'm still going on. I'm still doing. I'm getting more orders than I used to get.
Yes.
And I would say tangible orders.
Yes,
you know, and it's a process for me, and I'm coming through.
Well, thank you so much, Paulette, for not entering to the shower to get that hot water bath, but taking time out to talking about Miss Lou. I think her spirit is glowing more, and keep up the good work, and we will make another link again, because you're very much involved with several of the projects that we're doing. But I want to say thank you so much.
And thanks again for having me. You have a wonderful day.
All righty. That's
Maroon.
So we just try to get Miss Lou on.
We have a whole lot of wonderful heritage.
Bye-bye.
Songs and stories and proverbs and all kinds of nice things. And our language, of course, the basic thing is the language, which we have been talking for 300 years. Yes, my dear. And my aunt, what she said, she don't like nobody if you say no language at all. She vex, you know, about the whole rhythm of the language, my child. You see, it's because all this folklore and this culture that we have come from all the different people who have lived in the country, you know, and we just use it, and now we have a real West Indian, a real Jamaican culture. For my aunt, what she say, when the Asian culture and the European culture work upon African culture and the Caribbean people, we stir them up and blend them to a flavor. We shake them up and move them to a beat. We wheel them and we turn them and we rock them and we sound them and we temper them and laugh the rhythm sweet. Yes, my dear. So then we don't need to shame at the things we have at all. Like my auntie would say, she vex anytime she hearing the people I come style for me Jamaica language as corruption of the English language. You ever hear anything, Gusso? Auntie would just say she don't know what make them not call the English language corruption of the Norman, French and the Greek and the Latin, but them say English is derived from. Oh no, hear the word? English derive, but Jamaica corrupt. No, master, that's not go so. We not corrupt and then derive. We derive too. Hey, Jamaica derive. We derive. And let me tell you, man, we derive from the English. We derive from Portuguese, from Spanish, and all them sitting, all the people who was there. And on top of it, The basic thing that we derive from is African. Kuya Poopa. Plenty of the words them in a fluid language where them tell me say corruption. A good African word. Good African word that come from a nice African language named Chui. You hear what name? Chui. Yeah man, it's spelled T-W-I but they pronounce Chui. I want good language. And make me tell you, missus, you see all word like bankrupt? I trade that a basket, you know. And when we say nyam and them go on like when you say nyam, you talk bad. I want good word. Food and eating and all them things there. Yeah, oh man. Like fenke and pia. You know? And susu and sese and casa. Poto. You know when we say something poto. I want good word. It mean mud. And you know, like when we say dirty tough, and them tell us say that it's a corruption of dirty and not true. Dirty is ground in tree. It means the ground. Dirty tough, the ground hard. Yes, dirty tough. Yes, man. So we not fish shame at all. For my Auntie Roach said the whole thing did happen when the English forefathers them was a try for most about the African ancestors them fit chat so English. But the African ancestors them pop them. Yes, them pop them. For them disguise of the English and the African in such a way that them still couldn't understand them. Listen, man. And up to today, I don't plenty with Jamaica what them got English in it. Hey. No English somebody can't understand what we are saying. We don't want them understand. Yes, true. Yes, missus. For you know what happened to we? We fling most of the bang around them. And we just keep on wanting. Like for instance, you know when some English people might just say, I got stuck by a prickle. Jamaica say, Maka joke me. Yes, man. And when the English go away, here we go. Yes, man, and we have a way, see, to make the word we say sound like where the same thing we are talking about look like. For when we say yobugu yaka, you know right away say yobugu yaka. But if we say yobuno no, that be nice, yes. Then when we say something ruku, you know it's shaky. Yeah, man. Then you know English people have a way. Them say bad, worst. We don't say so. We don't tap this up. We say bad, worse, yes, man. And when the same thing was done, we say was Then now another thing. You know when the English them I'd say about if them talk to one somebody, them say you. And them talk to 1,000 somebody, them say you. When we talk to one somebody, we say you. When we talk to more than one somebody, we say oh no. Yes, man. No, man, we not fish here, man, nothing at all. No, son. Then now, you see like how it look like fenke, for instance. If we say something fenke and pia. You know, say weak, you know. But when we say something talawa, you know, say strong. Yes, child, we not have to shame at all. Like one fool Jamaica girl when it come to England, you know. And them ask her to sing one Jamaica folk song. Say mama, then catch papa. Hear the fool girl. Mother, the apprehended father. Locks. Then, my dear child, them go ask her to sing another one. And this one is Mati Walla left, you know. Me now, where Mati Walla left. Hear the fool girl. I don't want. I don't want what Matty eats and leaves. Knox, I tell you, child. Oi, pile up the culture, bad.
And the feeling is laid back. Palm tree grow, rent so low, don't you know? But I keep working my way back. But I'm a Jamaican boy who's born and raised. Nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York is home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard that. I am an agent. Pull it up again. Pull it up again. Pull it up again. Pull it up again. It's all about you. It ain't fine and sunshine most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm tree grow, rent so low, don't you know? I keep working my way back.
Thank you for joining us here right now.
I'm a Jamaican boy who's born and raised.
Yeah.
Nowadays I'm lost
between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't my home.
New York is home, but it ain't
mine no more.
I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair.
That is a beautiful, beautiful Paulette Denson taking her time before entering the hot water shower to talk about the beautiful, the honorable Louise Bennett Coverly.
Even say why.
I can't even say why. Come on.
Leaving me lonely still.
Ow.
Did it read about a father who dreamed of being a king? And they all became one. Except for the name, if you were to change, talk about me.
Story is the same one. Same one. Come on.
I've got this emptiness deep inside,
and it
won't let me go. And I'm a man who don't like to swear, but I hate the sound of being alone.
I am myself. Come on.
To no one there,
I'm loving it.
and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am my pride. I am said and I am lost, and I can't even say why. I am myself to no one there.
Getting ready to enter spot. No, not even the chance. Yes, I
Bob exposes a polite violence. And this right now, must you until you excuse me, sir.
Leaving me alone.
Bob exposes that these are the messages we wanted Bob to expose worldwide to his generation. Baginson, this album now, we look for them locks and then, develop this locks and could beat the world with. It was only growing and then couldn't take the politics. Bob exposes a polite violence of this white man, macho, until you, excuse me, sir. Bob exposes that these are the messages we wanted Bob to expose worldwide to his generation. Baginson, this album now, we look for them locks and then, develop this locks and could beat the world with. It was only growing and then couldn't take the lick of that whip. The lax whip. So then I'll get at him head quick. You know what I mean? And stop it from growth.
Sounds of the one Robert Nesta Marley. Of course, Martimo Planner, aka Martimo Planner. Born on the 6th of September 1929. The 5th of March he departed 2006. He was the key figure in the rise of Rastafari and spiritual mentor of Robert Nesta Marley. Born 93 years ago yesterday, in Cuba, Havana, Cuba, the man who claimed the turbulent crowd. He calmed the crowd during the arrival of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie to maroon Nyankopong in 1966. Martimo Plano. Go down Babylon, go down Rome, go down Rome. Sink down at the bottomless pit Rome. Go down.
I say fly away home
to Zion. Kadamawi. Yes, Amaru. I am the Anukian.
I say fly away home.
I am the Kemetic powers of our ancestors. Great is the word, but greater are those that establish the word. When Jah work is over, Jah will. I give credence to the ancestors. His Excellency the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Yes, I.
Is over, man will fly away. We shall fly, I go fly, off we fly. When your work is over, away,
Yes, I. No weapon that form against the righteous shall prosper, because righteousness exalted a nation. Sin is a reproach unto every single living human being. It's exactly 1 p.m. right now. We're going to cut it here, so you know, because a 3 hour we are burn the fire for. And we call a lot of people, Father God, give thanks for Wicker Man. Wicker Man, come on and bless it up. Yeah, man, Anthony Cruz, come on and bless it up. Bless up Anthony Cruz, because you know it go already. Paulette, come on, should bless it up. You know what I mean? Big up to the man named Jatry, yeah man, him over there. We'll make a link with him. You know what I mean? Everything is everything. And of course, we have one last link where we want to make, and it was with the general named DJ Ellie. Cause a long time we no link up with DJ Ellie. DJ Ellie, him on Red Hat Radio. And him good no answer. Cause the youth there, him having money. DJ Ellie having money. Him no must answer this morning. But the secretary say, she call DJ Ellie. DJ Ellie, if him not answer, just so it go, cause him good in a bank account out him money. The money enough, so me not even rush it. Hey, allow him because they don't know him a whole of vibes, and we're gonna respect that. If him not answer, him just not answer. You know the thing set up already. I yeah, so we're gonna jump off of the boat, you know. Yeah man, I so we're gonna jump off of the boat, and we say big up to Kenny from PSI Radio. Big up in yourself. Yeah man, big up to Scottish Maroon. We're gonna play about the whole thing, you know, people. Yeah man, we're gonna play about the whole thing and make gonna get it. So you know, you me I left you know with love, word, sound, and power. Zane, remember I love you, my brother, I love you, my sister. Most importantly, the Almighty Jah who created heaven and earth love you even more. If you cannot be good, be careful. May I tell you, be careful, people. You see me? Be careful.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
They need more love, amongst them on another stop, rush. Against them on another shed blood. Against them on another, them live like a real man of love. Babylon and we can't, we keep them when them come and see far. Now we planting all of them a reaper. Because I am smoking on a preach off, never preach rule. No one of them, bless the people, let the people rise. Teach the people, let the people rise. Know the people and tell them to survive. I wanna fire, don't compromise, whoa. Know the people and the people rise. Unite the people and the people strive. Know the people and tell them to survive. I wanna fire, don't compromise, yo. Oh no, when the down, and it's a wicked and a bomb, say yeah. Instead of saying the ruler and I'm the one to start. Education is the ultimate whenever him attack. Give sight to the blind and make the people walk. Humility and tolerance and love upon the heart. None of his sin shall beg bread from the sidewalk. Children are not thy parents, so the light will in the dark. I say again, bless the people, let the people rise. Teach the people, let the people wise. Love the people and let them survive. My man, I wonder why I don't compromise. Love the people, let the people rise. Unite the people, let the people strive. Love the people and let them survive. My man, I wonder why I don't compromise. Remember, don't talk of the youth and the rats, and I can see behind the wall, and I can see behind the star. Never show the children food in the job. That's why I have we want to make a start. You them want food and the cow and yam grass. Teach them to the wise and teach them to the smart. And tell them that they don't just the shadow of the dark. You don't want them step when them a walk, so me say again. Love the people, let the people rise. Teach the people, let the people wise. Love the people and let them survive. But when I'm on the fire, I don't compromise. Love the people, let the people rise. Unite the people, let the people strive. Love the people and let them survive. But when I'm on the fire, I don't compromise. Oh, no make us feel. They love them how they feel. Can up for them, the sister, them not real, yeah. Then I'm arguing on a deal. Get a youth, when you're there on the battlefield. Go again, make sure you have your shield. And the whole of them boy, I want you your blue steel. And them want to come share up your meal. But as the far right bosses never see, I say again. Love the people, let the people rise. Teach the people, let the people wise. Love the people and let them survive. When I'm on the fire, I never compromise. Love the people, let the people rise. Unite the people, let the people strive. Love the people and let them survive. When I'm on the fire, yo. Love, monks them one another stop grudge. Against them one another shed blood. Against them one another, they live like them living on the
What's up, this is King Alibaba, I represent for the International Morning Night Show, you know, told you. What's up, this is King Alibaba, student to make money record, and I represent for you. The International Morning Night Show every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the five master man like Kadai. See me told you. I will tell this is King Alibaba student to make money record Jamaica. I represent for the International Morning Night Show every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the five master Kadai. See me told you.